Hello everybody, and welcome to the first in a series of programme updates that we will be doing to further enhance our communication with our sport and exercise psychology students. Here, we'll provide you with monthly updates about a whole variety of things related to sport and exercise psychology at the University of Winchester. Our aim is for this to very much be a collaborative endeavour, so please get in touch if you have any suggestions about how we might further enhance our communication, or if you have any student news that we can share. In terms of staff news, we have a number of new members of staff that we welcome to the Sport and Exercise Psychology team this academic year. Specifically, we have Dr. Brian Hemmings, who joined us at the start of semester 2, and he will be teaching our second year students on our psychological skills module, our third year students on psychology in context, and our MSc students across a number of different modules. We also welcome Dr. Laura Martinelli, who will be joining us in March, and she'll be teaching our second year students on psychological skills and our third year students on our psychology of injury module. Laura is also an alumnus of Winchester, having completed her studies with us several years ago now before working at a number of different institutions, and it is great to be able to welcome her back home to Winchester. And finally, many of you would have already met James Maiden, who started with us in September as our new sport and exercise psychology technician. Alongside this role, James will also be continuing to teach our third year students on our cognition and behaviour module this semester, and I know he is very much looking forward to working with our second year students as well on our personality and individual differences module. In addition to staff news, we also have some student news to share. This includes extending our congratulations to Connor Hayden for submitting his second year social psychology assignment based on prejudiced attitudes towards female coaches in the NFL to the university's student journal, Alfred. And we wish him all the best with this process. We also had a fantastic Christmas party at the end of semester 1, which included a hotly contested Christmas quiz, in which our first year students, as well as James Older, came out victorious, and so congratulations to them. We'll be looking to arrange a series of other social activities later in semester 2, once the COVID cases at the university have started to decline. As part of the monthly updates, we'll also be looking to keep you informed about any publications, scholarly work, or perhaps some consultancy work that our staff have been involved in. Recently, some of you may have seen Eric's work examining responses to the Premier League's Rainbow Laces campaign, as well as the work of Matt, myself, and Eric examining family member experiences when living with an athlete who has subsequently passed as a result of a brain injury. For more information about this work, or to access the articles in full, you can follow the links in the newsletter that will accompany this video. This semester, we will also be continuing our Developing Graduate Employability Skills programme. This programme will include Eric talking to some of our first year students about road mapping for different careers, myself, who will be talking to our second year students about some research and employability opportunities, as well as how to pitch ideas to employers, as well as talks on postgraduate study aimed at some of our final year undergraduate students, amongst various other sessions. I'd also encourage all students to continue to engage with our Canvas page here, and in particular to keep an eye out for any announcements that we may post throughout the semester, which will highlight a number of different enrichment opportunities that will be available to you all. Each month, we will also have a spotlight section in our newsletter that will help you to get to know some of your sport and exercise psychology staff. This month is the term of James Maiden, who will be answering several questions about his academic career, as well as what he does outside of work. Alongside staff, we'll also have a section in our newsletter dedicated to learning more about our sport and exercise psychology students. This month, we start with Adele from our first year cohort, who's an extremely talented dancer, as well as Imogen from our MSc cohort, who will be competing for a GB selection in archery this year. Finally, we'll use these programme updates as an opportunity to consider and respond to any student feedback that you provide us with, and where necessary, address any issues that may arise or any concerns that you may have. That being said, I was extremely pleased to see such positive feedback from our semester 1 programme evaluations. Specifically, it was noted how valuable our first year students found the practical sessions in both sport coaching and group dynamics in helping them to develop positive relationships with their peers, as well as our second year students commenting very favourably on the links between the content covered in social and developmental psychology and sport. It was also nice to see our final year students commenting on the value of our developing employability skills module led by Dr. Matt Smith, and in particular how that module helped them to develop and identify the transferable skills that they have, as well as helping them to write a graduate CV and our personal statement. I know students also value the input of Paula Little from our careers team here as well. In terms of areas for improvement, I know there's been some confusion and some frustration around the 15 working day rule for the return of feedback, particularly when that feedback might be provided earlier for some assessments, such as multiple choice exams or presentations. And so where that feedback has been raised, I've encouraged your student academic representatives to follow that up at your next student staff liaison committee meeting. So hopefully we'll have some further updates on that front in due course. Should any of you have any other questions or any other feedback that you would like to provide, either about the content of this video or any other aspect of your course, then please feel free to email either James Maiden or myself with further details. I look forward to seeing you all again soon.